Zoning Appeals. And at this time, it's customary that I want to introduce at this time Mr. Dave Braden. Dave is going to represent all the public service and all the employees of Cobb County. And if we'd all please rise, Mr. Braden is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Braden. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is our monthly meeting of the Cobb County Board of Zoning Appeals. Looking at our agenda today, we really only have the consent agenda. So the way we're going to proceed is that Mr. Terry Martin, who's the Assistant Director of Planning and Zoning for the county, is going to read these into the record. And as he does, the applicant, he or she, will identify themselves by raising their hand. Likewise, if there's anybody here in opposition to any of these particular cases, if they would identify themselves by raising their hand, and if there is any opposition, we will pull that particular case, and hear it in its regular numeric order. So as we proceed, I'm going to ask Mr. Terry Martin if he has any other special announcements to make at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, I would like to remind the board that we do have 3 continued cases that will not be heard today. The first of those is V82 of 2015, Philip Wallace. The second is V140 of 2015, EZ69RH Windy Hill LLC. And V54 Town Center Associates LLC. All 3 of these we will hear at your May 11th, 2016 hearing. Also, the following announcement concerns variance applications requesting a reduction in road frontage relating to the official code of Cobb County, Chapter 134, adopted by the Board of Commissioners on July 28, 2015. Applicants are advised that variance applications requesting a reduction in public road frontage, which are approved by the Board of Zoning Appeals, take the form of a recommendation to the Board of Commissioners, who makes a final determination whether to grant a special exception for the requested road frontage reduction. There are 2 applications on today's agenda where this applies, which are V45 Jonathan Moore and V52 Shirley Carter. The applicants and/or representatives are instructed that if the Board of Zoning Appeals approves these applications, a representative would need to be present at the Board of Commissioners hearing on Tuesday, May 17th, 2016 at 9 a.m. for the final determination. And with that, I would just also like to remind everyone here in the audience today, if you do have a cell phone, to please turn that on silent or off, as it will interfere with our broadcast. And with that, I'm prepared to start the consent agenda.
Okay, let's jump right in there.
Okay. Our first case today is V45, Jonathan Moore, requesting a variance to waive the required public road frontage in order to allow the construction of a home accessed via a private easement and allow a third house off a private easement in land lot 20th of the 19th District. Located at the south end of Old Trace Road, west of Wilderness Drive. Staff recommends approval subject to site plan review comments, stormwater management comments, water comments, and fire department comments. Is the representative from V45 present? He is. Is there anyone opposed to V45? See no opposition. Okay. Next case we have is V46, LINDSEY, SPASOVA, requesting a variance to waive the rear setback from the required 30 feet to 10 feet, increase the maximum allowable impervious surface from 35% to 35.9%, and allow an accessory structure, the existing 80 square foot deck, to the side of the principal building in land lot 848 of the 16th District, located at the terminus of Blakeney Lane on the east side of Scufflegrit Road. Staff recommends approval subject to stormwater management comments, and the site plan received February 8th, 2016 for the shown encroachments only. Is the applicant for V46 present? She is. Is there anyone opposed to V46? No opposition. Next we have V47, which is Randy Newton, requesting a variance to waive the rear setback for an accessory structure under 650 square feet, the proposed 240 square foot shed, from the required 40 feet to 18 feet, and allow an accessory structure to the side of the primary structure in land lot 383 of the 19th District, located at the terminus of Rainbow Lane, north of Placid Drive. Staff recommends approval subject to site plan received February 10th, 2016 for the shown encroachments only. Is the applicant for V47 present? He is. Is there anyone opposed to V47? Seeing no opposition. The next case we have is V48, Golden Sands General Contractors, requesting a variance to allow an accessory structure, a proposed ATM, in front of the principal building and waive the front setback for an accessory structure, the ATM, from the required 50 feet to 30 feet in land lots 475 and 476 of the 19th District, located on the west side of Powder Springs Road and on the north side of Grove Valley Drive. Staff recommends approval subject to the site plans dated February 10th, 2016, labeled as A-000 and A-100. Is the applicant for V48 present? The applicant's present. Is anyone opposed to V48? See no opposition. The next case we have is V49, Casey Brown, requesting a variance to allow an accessory structure, a proposed 900 square foot basketball pad, to the front of the principal building and waive the 100-foot setback for an accessory structure for the proposed 900 square foot basketball pad to 65 feet for the east property line, 7 feet for the west property line, and 35 feet for the north property line in land lot 1041 of the 16th District, located on the east side of Century Walk on the north side of Indian Hills Parkway. Staff recommends approval subject to that site plan received February 11th, 2016 for the shown encroachments only. Is the applicant for V49 present? He is. Is there anyone opposed to V49? Seeing no one opposed. Next case we have is V50, Maxham Farm LLC, requesting a variance to waive the front setback from the required 20 feet to 18 feet and waive the rear setback from the required 25 feet to 22 feet in land lot 145 of the 18th District, located on the west side of Glade Court, south of Polder Way, and east of Maxham Road. Staff recommends approval subject to the site plan received February 11th, 2016 for the shown encroachments only. Is the applicant for V50 present? He is. Is there anyone opposed to V50? No opposition. V51 is Tanglewood Drive LLC, requesting a variance to waive the side setback from the required 12 feet to 10 feet adjacent to the northern property line and waive the setback for deck from 5 feet to 0 feet adjacent to the north property line in land lots 908 and 953 of the 17th District, located on the east side of Tanglewood Drive at the terminus of Wallace Road. Staff recommends approval subject to the site plan received February 11, 2016 for the shown encroachments only. Is the applicant for V51 present? Anyone here for V51?
Tanglewood Drive, is there anybody here representing those folks? Okay, we'll skip V51. We're going to be out of here pretty quick, so there's no sense making a call. If the applicant shows up before we're finished, we'll take up V51 a little later. Okay, let's go to V52.
Okay, that brings us to V52 Shirley Carter, which is a request to waive the minimum public road frontage from the required 75 feet to 50 feet and waive the front and rear setbacks from the required 35 feet to 10 feet in land lot 404 of the 16th District, located on the west side of Williams Road and the terminus of Beach Fern Drive. Staff recommends approval subject to the site plan review comments, stormwater management comments, sewer comments, and fire department comments. Is the applicant for V52 present? The applicant's present. Is anyone opposed to V52? Seeing no opposition. Then finally, V53, which is Melissa Malmberg, requesting a variance to allow a detached accessory structure, a proposed 576 square foot garage to the side of the principal building, waive the front setback from the required 45 feet to 35 feet, waive the rear setback from the required 40 feet to 30 feet, and waive the rear setback for the proposed detached garage from 40 feet to 26 feet in land lot 4 of the 1st District, located on the south side of Pont Vidra Drive, east of Atlanta Country Club Drive. Staff recommends approval subject to site plan dated February 8th, 2016 for the shown encroachments only. Is the applicant for V53 present? She is. Is anyone opposed to V53? Seeing no opposition. With that,
Okay, it's back to this board for discussion with the exception of V51. The applicant has not appeared. I'll entertain any discussion or comments by any of those. If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we approve the consent agenda with the exception of V51 as presented.
I have a motion. I have a second by Mr. Skip. No other comments. I'll call for the vote. All those. Okay, we have 5 yeses, so that's our first time at the new electronic board, and we've done a very good job. Cornelius is happy. So, Madam Secretary, that is approval with the exception of V51 with a 5-0 vote. Ladies and gentlemen, your business is complete with us today. You're not welcome to stay because we're going to leave pretty quick, but you're welcome to go and enjoy the afternoon. Those of you might want to go play a little golf today, so go and enjoy yourself. Okay, as you're leaving, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow board members, we have to approve the minutes of both the April the 11th board meetings minutes and also March the 28th. I'll entertain a motion on those 2 minutes. Second, okay, all those in favor signify by voting. Again, that's approved 5-0. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our V51 is going to have to be continued to our next meeting, so
You'll want to make a motion to continue
well,
it.
let's make a motion to continue that. I'll entertain a motion.
I make
Okay.
a motion to continue 51 until
The next scheduled
next
meeting.
scheduled May 11.
Okay.
Second.
Second, all those in favor signify by voting.
Oh, this is cool.
Okay, we've got it 5-0. So that's it. We will continue that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the day. That is it's 13. That's a world record, ladies and gentlemen.